Right here I have my classroom layout number 2. As you can see, the door is a little bit of a nook over here, and there's also a little bit taken off the corner right over there where the storage and the desk takes place. If I were to put some more or had more artistic abilities, I would also turn this into a little bit of a reading nook for if there was ever time and opportunity for the students to break out and maybe have some flex seating. We would have some flex seating along this door, along with little areas like this. Right here I have the students grouped up into 6s. I have the desk to the side of the smartboard and reading carpet, some storage space right behind the desk, some storage space in the back of the classroom, directly to the side of the kidney bean table, along with the computer lab on wheels. When creating the classroom layout and the seating chart, I first began by looking at the class profile, and I highlighted all the students who are below grade level in one or both areas. While looking at that, I also observed what students might show extreme tardiness or have trends of leaving early, coming in late on any specific day, or have any infractions in school where they have gotten in trouble with the teacher, with peers, or I also looked into some learning disabilities. I started at highest priority, and that was the students who were below grade level in both math and reading, and I placed them first on the seating charts. I made sure to place them in one of the corners. That is because in case they have any assistants coming into the classroom, a TA or anyone can sit directly right next to their desk and make sure that they're where they need to be, or it just gives the teacher, the classroom teacher, a quick opportunity to be able to help them with anything that they need. After putting those students with below grade level scores, I then looked at the students who have excessive tardies and I put them near the door. I looked at the students who have maybe demonstrated any negative behavior or infractions against the teacher or peers, and I put them close to my desk, or I put them in corner slots where they're easy to confront and help if they ever need it. I then started looking at students who are performing at grade level, and I put them surrounding the students who are currently below grade level, and then placed the high performing at grade level students across from the students who are below grade level. I did this because the students who are below grade level have some help from the students who are simply just a step above them or where they should be, and then the people across from them can elevate them and help them learn in a different style, but also not be surrounded by super high performing students. I placed the storage and the kidney bean table at the back of the classroom, so it's another point of contact and a view of where the teacher can stand and observe the classroom, since their desk is at the front of the classroom. So if they ever are sitting at their desk or working with students, they always have a very clear view on their class at all times. Or if there's a TA, there can then be a teacher up here doing work, there can be a TA back here. So several adults mingling around the classroom, always having a clear view of all of the students. The classroom activity that I have chosen for this specific lesson is the card sort. So my lesson plan, or my objectives right here is demonstrate listening skills to enhance health, and the next generation science standard is ecosystems, interactions, energy, and dynamics. Students will be specifically learning about the plant growing process, along with how eating fresh foods and fresh grown things can be a great benefit to them, and how it can really change the healthy habits in their lifestyles, whether it influences them to exercise more, if it makes them feel better while they exercise, or if it just simply makes them feel better throughout their day. When beginning to engage in this activity, they'll be grouped up with the student directly across from them. Each set in the table group will receive a different set of cards. One set of cards will consist of the life cycle, another set of cards will consist of the nutrition pyramid, and the third set of cards will consist of different healthy habits that students can engage in. The third specifically targets the learning objective to demonstrate listening skills to enhance health. So that'll be more of a quiz that demonstrates that the student was listening throughout the lessons. So one student right there will have the definitions, and the opposite will have the word. They will flip the cards, go over that a few times, and do some matching with them as well. When time is called, they are going to rotate their cards to the left, and then the cards at the end will circle around and meet up with the students on top. For this specific lesson, I'm having students stay at their table groups, and I'm having them do that so we can maximize instruction time and make sure that we can get as much out as we can of this simple lesson, making sure that students are executing all 3 sets of cards, and if there is any needed time where they go over the cards once again, they can always do that as well. This lesson will specifically show that students are demonstrating listening skills and able to put them into practice. This lesson is very important for students to take away tangible examples of how they can eat healthier, grow healthy foods, and interact with healthier lifestyles. So it'll be very important that students actually really do take in this information and are able to tangibly put it into different areas of their lives. And it'll also help them they work with their peers and demonstrate those listening abilities. This will also specifically help English language learners. It'll help them because they'll be engaging with that academic vocabulary, and they'll be engaging in conversation with their peers around it as well. English language learners will have an opportunity to hear the students around them talking about the different life cycles and everything like that, and be able to have fun conversations that are both academic and also conversational. That'll be helpful after learning the lesson, because since the lesson will be very academic vocabulary based, they will then have an opportunity to engage in just regular conversation with friends that can show them both aspects of vocabulary and help them engage with peers and feel comfortable. Having the students seated where they are will also be a benefit, because students who are performing below grade level will have an opportunity to engage with people who are performing above grade level along with at grade level. This will help because the student will engage in that good conversation, continue to grow in that academic vocabulary, and just begin to stretch with their understanding about the topic that they'd learned that day. I chose a specific activity since it is easy, maximizes instruction, and maintains a very organized environment after more hands-on activities. Since a part of this lesson plan, I do have a bit of a science project, so that'll be very hands-on, a little dirty, and will be pretty time-consuming. So this card sort will be more of a summative assessment for the end, demonstrating that students have this, or it'll be preparing students for any summative assessments, demonstrating their abilities within these topics.